What up, y'all? I felt like Tommy from Martin on.
You sound like Tom.
Y'all? Welcome into a new week of Tech File. We got a few things to talk about, so let's hit that theme music and get into it.
Hit him hard, let's go. That T-E-C-K, running back like where's my replay? Got it all in the mix, no DJs. Said it's hard in the game like he did. Mr. Lady is spitting real talk for the entertainment. The podcast set the game up and they get smacked back down like a WrestleMania. Tell them that better get their nose ready at a home city. You know, get it block even on the low setting. And you know we keep saying so we never gotta get tight than everybody else. Cause you get ready. Ain't nobody else doing this like I. Better keep them cameras and microphones hot, cause this one's a vibe. Gotta run this race with my tribe. Going live with the pie. Do it like there's no tomorrow. Came to my ear later. Shout out to my point guard. We about to hit them hard. Got them throwing in the tap. Tell the red, blow the whistle. This is technical file.
Welcome to episode 429 of Technical File, the sports podcast you never knew you needed.
And it's your boy, TIMKINZ, the number 3, a.k.a. Ass Ketchum, a.k.a. Mr. Give It To Me. Hey, shout out to Pokemon 30th anniversary, bro. They done dropped a new game and stuff like that. Me and Malik I got to find out which Pokemon he going to get. First time training and shit. Find out what he made of and shit.
Okay, you know. No, I'm the RJ. Oh shit.
Only known as
The RJ.
And I'm Camille, point guard of the crew, the real life Tifa Lockhart, the girl next door, holding it down for all the women who love sports. Not joining us this week is Kay Harris, the gentleman.
The gentleman.
I still got some questions I'm gonna ask that man when I see him to his face. Just so the record knows, I got some questions for the man when I see him. But for everybody else, shout out to Tech File fam already in the comments. Serial Sensei was the very, very first comment. Shaolin came in right after that. Appreciate y'all for being here as soon as we get this show off the ground. So make sure you're following the podcast on various social media platforms at Technical File, TECKNICALFOUL on Twitter, Instagram, Blue Sky, TikTok, Technical File Podcast on Facebook and YouTube. On YouTube, please make sure you like up the videos, subscribe, have the notification bell on so that when we do go live to record our weekly show every Tuesday, you can come on and be a part of that as well. Now, this week on the docket, we got some NBA news to discuss. We got some wrestling. The Elimination Chamber took place this past weekend, so reviewing that. I also have just a thought I need to get off wrestling-wise, and I just want to kind of get the guys' reaction to that. A couple NFL things, and then we're going to wrap up and get up out of here. So probably a little bit of a shorter week for us this week, but hey, we tired, boss. We tired, but we here. We ready to have a good show. So let's start off with some NBA talk, shall we? So I think one of the most interesting stories that has come of the last week, NBA wise, has been a partnership that was announced between the Atlanta Hawks and Magic City. We ain't talking about Disney, even though they playing the Magic on that Monday where this game takes place. It is branded as Magic City Monday. It's a partnership between the Atlanta Hawks and the infamous strip club, Magic City. And they plan to have this night the same day they play against the Orlando Magic. So at least you can kind of stay on brand here. They're going to have T.I. perform at halftime. They got a special hoodie, a Magic City Monday hoodie that's coming out. And apparently this has been a very hot ticket in Atlanta right now. There's been some thoughts around it. You have a Spurs player,
if you will,
right? Luke Cornett penning a letter about how the NBA should do something, step in, reevaluate if this is the kind of partnership that they should have. Let's start here. What was your reaction initially when you saw the news that the Atlanta Hawks were going to have a partnership with Magic City? And it was real. It wasn't fake. It wasn't like someone just put together a flyer and was like, this is going to happen. What was your first thought? Because I think I just gave mine away by thinking like, this isn't real, is it? And then when I figured out it was, I said, just so very Atlanta.
That was gonna be mine. Only in Atlanta.
Only.
Oh, I don't know. I laughed at first. I was like, "Oh, that's clever," but like the backlash was immediate. Like it wasn't like it kind of like it kind of came within that comment section immediately. Like, yo, but for business purposes, fantastic branding and shit like that. Like shout out to Magic City for being able to hop onto an NBA team and have their own special night with a special like one of the ATL's hottest and I guess now legendary artists doing the halftime show, and he's still hot. You still have
out and everything,
dog. And then you still have like the actual partnership. Now, the only thing morally that popped in my mind is you are in essence branding the strip club also to kids to an extent. Like they may not know exactly what it is, but you are endorsing the nightlife like that. Granted, there's a bunch of things that do. There's a shit ton of things that do. Innuendo is a big thing because again, Disney and them, they be putting that shit in the movies and shit like that too. But understand
it. Where am I going to go with this? America is so weird about where they draw the line with kids, like what kids are exposed to, because like every commercial that you see is for a gambling app on NBA basketball, or it's a beer commercial. Like those things are no less demoralizing to children than consensual adults, engaging in that in entertainment. So it's like, if we really cared about kids, like we would do a lot of things differently, namely electing presidents. So like, if we really want to go down that road, like, I ain't gonna say I don't care, but it's very hollow that the same people that are outraged about it also don't have problems with, guns in schools and doing something about that. So like, I ain't gonna say miss me with it, but it's like, it's not like they having strippers in the halftime show.
They're not. They're not. They said there will be no dancers at the game. That is why they use the lemon pepper wings in the flyer. Like that's why there's no women.
And they know for those wings too from that strip club.
Hey, they're famous. The wings are famous.
Literally famous.
Here's my thing with that. I was having a conversation with a friend about this earlier, who was talking purely about the Luke Cornett aspect of it, of him pinning the letter and how he felt. And he kind of came the same direction that you came, Eric, which was like, dog, what about gambling in the NBA and all these other things? And my initial reaction was like, I don't think if you have a problem with one thing, you're required to have a problem with them all. If it doesn't fit into the why, like if you're saying kids is the why behind this, then like, okay, maybe you should widen your scope. But if your scope is just, I don't think a strip club should be in partnership with an NBA team, because that's not a fan like it just does not coincide. I don't like strip club and NBA together. That is your prerogative.
Like 75% of the players that play in it.
That is your prerogative. Someone did make the joke that Luke Cornett was looking like that part in The Simpsons when Smithers has his eyes closed with the strippers around him. That's Luke Cornett when he go to Atlanta. But like that's the thing, and I think for me, I didn't have a problem with. I was more so surprised that this was actually happening. I was like, dang, they really gonna do this? Very Atlanta though, and Atlanta Hawks motto is true to Atlanta. And I love when teams pick up on what is regional to their area and makes that city or area special. And Atlanta is a place like no other, where Magic City really is a place like that in the city. Like I've had conversations with family members being down there where the family, like, we can go ahead to Magic City real quick. It's like the whole family, like everybody, like you going with your dad and your sisters and your brother, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna go down to Magic City, we're gonna eat. And then we gonna head to the roller rink, and it's like, oh, okay, like if that's how you gonna get it. Hey,
Camille, I have a question for you, and I'm not expecting you to speak for all women, but as a woman, Luke Cornett's letter, like the second paragraph says, the NBA should desire to protect and esteem women, many of whom work diligently every day to make this the best basketball league in the world. We should promote an atmosphere that is protective and respectful of daughters, wives, sisters, mothers, and partners that we know and love. To you, is this offensive to, like, is it an offense to women? Is it do women need to be protected from Magic City and the ills of, you know, like, I'm not trying to make it light of it, but like, seriously, like, his whole thing is about like, it's disrespectful to women to promote a strip club, but I feel like it's a place of employment. So like it's at will employment. Like people are choosing to work there. Like you can say that you're protecting women, but also it's like, if you actually respect them, then respect them to make their own decisions, right? Or not tripping?
No, I think that's exactly it. Real quick comment from Shells came in. Won't somebody please think of the children? Which is what Luke Cornett was saying in his opinion. But no, I'm with you. I think the part of it that Luke was getting at is like there are some women who are forced into this type of line of work where it is not a consensual decision, and there are things happening that make them go this route. But from everything I can understand about Magic City, that is a place, because if I remember correctly, I think it was the owner, somebody associated with the Hawks at a high level, did a documentary on Magic City about it and had the women from the club, like everyone was excited to come on this documentary and talk about what they do at Magic City and the opportunities and everything that's come from that. So like, I don't think that it's fair to paint a broad stroke of saying like, hey, because we know some women are here, and not here in Magic City, but here in this industry against their will, that all women must not be, happy about this. But I don't view it that way. Like, apparently everybody who work in Magic City love working at Magic City. Like it is a very cultural thing. Like if the Milwaukee Bucks were about to be like, we're gonna have a partnership with Silk, that's different. Where it's like that's why are we doing that? Like why? But I think the larger idea of like the league should do everything it can to protect women, but you have men in the league who were domestically abusive to women who are still playing and nothing. You know what I mean? Like, so if that is the viewpoint of Luke Cornett, where his lens is purely protect women, then he should also be taking a mantle, I think, not for gambling, that's nothing to do with that point, but like domestic violence and everything else that can happen to women, and stand up for that too. So I don't know. I don't want to call it fake outrage because he probably does feel a way about it, but it can be somewhat misguided outrage too. Like let's focus on some things that are actually deeper, because if you even dig deeper, like the history of just sex work and not even a country, just period, and the stigma attack, like there's a lot bigger conversation to have around that. So if women are choosing to make their money this way, go right on ahead. Comment just came through from Triple T saying Cornette just tried to be quote unquote woke, and this ain't that. Like, again, I don't think any other team, any other city could have a partnership with a strip club and it hits as a cultural institution the way that Atlanta can.
Maybe Houston.
Maybe Houston.
If there's some down there. But no, I again, to an extent, like I get what he's saying though, as far as promoting the lifestyle. Because in essence, the partnership does promote the lifestyle. It does. And I guess for him, maybe I'm thinking too deeply into it, but for him, it's more so like, here's another promotion that can lead our girls to a different type of lifestyle that we're not trying to teach them to go down. And whether that's voluntary or not, this is not necessarily what everybody grew up and want their daughter to do. So now we got a partnership that we're promoting this, and we're saying, hey, happy this around this for the girls. Like, damn, for him, it's like, have some fucking decorum. And I mean,
this might be too deep for the podcast, but it's like, that stigma is the reason why like they can get exploited, because it's like an unprotected class of workers. So normalizing it to a degree kind of like protects the people that you're looking to, whatever. Like I said, it's a little too deep for a sports podcast, but like I think that there are arguments on both sides. So where it's like, I get his
plight.
Not necessarily his plight, but I get that his heart is in the right place. I think, I think that's safe to say. But it's like, I also think just like we shouldn't do it. Like, have the conversation with people. Like, actually open it up. And like he did say that his whole point was just to start the conversation, but like framing it around like just banning it. Like, I think banning stuff is how we get to the point where like we can't have a conversation about things.
Or understand.
Just,
Shell's added, now if they were to have the dancers performing, then I would understand his point more, which I agree wholeheartedly. Like if they were gonna have the women, like then it's like wait, what are we doing here? They're won't someone please think of the children? But no, they promote the wings and the hoodie.
It's not a one-on-one comparison, but again, like they literally walk you through how to download the app, how to place a bet, how to do, like they walk you up to gamble, but it's
and
like
then give you something free to entice you to do it.
Exactly, like that. Again, to me, it's a lot more destructive than here's a hoodie and Ti.
And to him, he's like, no, this is it. Like women, but again, if women is your crusade, then truly make it your crusade. Like let's not half do it. But hey, I know. I think the game is March 16th. I believe it is. Is that a Monday? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the date of the game. So I know I will be league. Well, I'm doing like an NBA tonight, anyways. That Hawks game will be one I have my League Pass halftime show loud for because I want to hear Ti at halftime in that.
And like Phil said, he's having a moment. Like his whole family just jumped 50.
Hey, low key, I know Damani could yap a little bit. Not King. King is gonna be the YN. He reminds me of some YNs in my family. King gonna don't let that little nigga in there because you know he gonna go in guns blazing first. But Damani's, I was like, oh, okay, sir. I didn't know. I was not familiar with your game.
I saw. I just saw it was AI, but I thought it was real. The other son that does like the rock music. Someone had did like he got a diss record too, and I was like, he getting dissed in all kinds of genres, but the rap one was fake. I wish it was real, but that one was fake.
I was gonna say like Harris's really are the first family of Atlanta because Ti birthed every flavor of Atlanta Negro. Like if you look at his sons, like you got the eclectic one, you got the the woke one, you got the Riley Freeman one. Sorry, shouts to Cam Newton, the Enclecto one.
That nigga.
On a different note here, one that I've talked about too much, so I'm gonna let y'all just start the conversation here. The Milwaukee Bucks. Eric, you take this where you want this conversation to go, and I'm gonna tell you right now, Tim's gonna be the first one to answer your question. It ain't gonna be me. I'm gonna have a sip of water while y'all hash this out because
yeah, I mean, doing the Lord's work over there at Locked On Bucks because I don't know how you following that team this season. After a productive stretch of basketball, I wouldn't say necessarily good, but they won 8 out of 10 games, 7 out of 10, something like that. They've now gone on a 3-game losing streak in which they were not competitive in the slightest. Shell said he got his funeral clothes ready. Giannis did return for yesterday's game. It didn't help even a little bit. Doc's rotation lineup choices were as weird as always. I have a two-parter, but basically one, like, let's take stock of the Bucks now. Like, are they closer to the team that just went 8-10 or closer to the team that's been uncompetitive in the last 3? Yeah.
The last 3, oh shit. To be fair, I don't like it's kind of like a 51-49 type thing with these guys. Like on the one end, yes, it was 8 out of 10. Like, and they were looking, like you said, it may not have been good, but they started looking better. You started seeing different things that we like. Okay, you start seeing energy, you start seeing ball movement. We see like a lot of things off ball. You like the rotations wasn't bad. Then my entire thing the whole time, and granted, last night was his first night back, and that was still a shit show. Not necessarily saying it was his fault, but leading up to these games, I'm like, how will he fit into these teams? Mm-hmm. Like the way that we're playing, the way that we're winning, how does he fit? Because he's going to be a grab. Then at different points, the ball will stop at him. So the whole passing and the moving and the off ball moving and the screens and the switching and shit like that, like, are we still going to be that type of team when he returns, or will we kind of revert back to Giannis centric?
Mhm.
I unfortunately didn't get a chance to watch most of the game last night because I would have loved
Unfortunate.
Unfortunately, win or loss, I do like watching the games. Win or lose, I do care because I do. When I watch them, I look for shit. I just be looking for different things. Like, okay, we lost this game. Why? What did we do last game that we did different this game? Oh, well, we weren't moving like that, or we didn't have energy, or we weren't rebounding, we weren't boxing out like the Chicago game. The Chicago game, we was cooking early, then all of a sudden, out the blue, Chicago made an adjustment. Chicago started gang rebounding. It started being like 4 cats too, instead of just one where Jericho Sims out jumping everybody and giving the shit back. And all of a sudden they said, the coach, 4 of you big niggas go down there and get the ball. I mean, fuck, who come out with it? Somebody come out with the ball. Don't let him get the ball. Sims had like 7, 8 rebounds in the first half. He ended with like 11. So, like, just adjustments like that and things like that. Where I'm like, okay, our coach ain't gonna help us out. So that's why I'm like, that's where some of the these niggas might still be bad because our coach is gonna push us closer to the other side of this shit than the winning side of this shit. Giannis is gonna push us to the winning side, but you gotta trust the coach. And based on what y'all said, the coach was the problem.
I'm glad you brought us back here because every week I have to like stop myself from just saying fire Doc Rivers because like that's really always what my Bucks analysis is gonna be. Because like I don't think that they'll never be sustained success under Glenn Rivers. Like it's just and it sucks because he seemed like a decent enough dude. Like I love it when he talks about things outside of basketball. He seems very personable. Like he's part of the reason why he's where he is because he has such a great relationship with the media. Like he's very forthcoming. Very like he seems like an all around good person from the outside looking in. But his basketball coaching stinks. Like it's just not good. And I'm not saying I can do a better job, but like I think there are a lot of people in the basketball world that deserve a shot at trying to fix this thing. And like yesterday's game is kind of like the starkest reality of coaching matters in the NBA. Yep. Because there's that Boston team this whole year, like it's been Jaylen Brown, Derek White, and who? You know what I mean? Like you really don't know who else is on that team. Yeah, Peyton Pritchard, sure. But like the casual NBA fan isn't gonna know half the guys in the Boston rotation, but they're still second or third in the East. Like, and that's very much so on the back of Joe Mazzulla is a good coach that gets the most out of his players, puts them in positions to win, and demands that they defend. Yeah. I don't think any of those things apply to Doc Rivers and his coaching philosophy. I think around the trade deadline, I was like, I just want Doc fired in season. Like, I don't think it makes much of a difference about like what they do this year, but I don't want this going into the off season. And there's a chance that he might be back next year. Like, it's just like, so like, while people are like, they need to tank for draft position. I'm like, they just need to stink so like they fire the coach. Like you can't tank your way into.
There's no good way to tank. No, they're not catching none of these teams. Like, what's the best they could do is like 9th worst record in the league at this point. The Bucks going on that 8-2 stretch without Giannis. That is what I think officially ended any tanking conversations for this team. Like you have played yourself out of the big picture of it. But to go back to your first point, your first question of which version of this team is the real one, I think that the last 2 weeks summed up who this team is, where I've said all season, the only thing that this team has been consistent at is being inconsistent. They are an inconsistent team that does not play with the right execution on a nightly basis, but also a team that we're recording is March 3rd has no identity. An NBA team in March has no identity of who they are and what they're supposed to do. That's a coaching problem. And I get that injuries do play a role in it, where it's like, hey, without Giannis, everyone's roles look completely different than when he is back in the game. Understood. But again, that comes back down to coaching, understanding what's required of you. And I thought that Bobby Portis's comments after the game against Boston summed it up, because he was asked like, hey, that stretch, y'all looking really good. And he was like, man, that's fool's gold. We just played some bad competition, and now that the competition is better, you can see the results here. Like it is not translating right now. But the only thing I'll give this Bucks team during that stretch is that there were stretches this season where even when they were playing against bad teams, they were losing. So it was progress. Like I still think that this team is better than the record. Like the cumulative sum of the parts are better than where they currently sit. But because of just inadequate coaching, because of non-clarity around roles, because of what injuries have done to this team so far this year, it's just has not been enough stability for them to overcome. And if they did have better, like you point to Boston is doing the things that I thought the Bucks would do this season. Maybe not be top 3 in the East, but find a way to like play competitive basketball consistently. It was like, hey, I think the Bucks can do that this year. They couldn't, they haven't, and they won't. They won't.
Well, I mean, like it seems like there's just a disconnect everywhere. Like they
on all levels.
And I mean, like even between front office and coaching staff, like they make the move to bring in Miles Turner, and like Doc doesn't seem to want to play him. Like he definitely trusts Bobby Portis a lot more than he trusts Miles Turner. It's like that's your big acquisition. Like I'm not saying force feeding the ball, and like I don't think Miles has played well, but like when your coach doesn't believe in you and doesn't put you in necessarily the best position to succeed, like yeah, your performance is probably going to suffer. And like I think Doc showed that he didn't really know how to use Brook either, and it was just like just spot up.
Yeah,
just that you just a shooter out there, and that's basically what they plug Miles into. And like Miles isn't even as assertive as Brook is. Like Brook sometimes will just be like, "I'm driving, I'm gonna match somebody on the post. Like I'm going to get a bucket here." And like I don't think Miles has that necessarily in him. But like I think that again, that's a dereliction of coaching where you're not putting him in the best positions to succeed.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's basically what I'm rooting for the rest of the year is fired up.
I'm rooting for these last 22 games. Play the young guns. See who fits around Giannis. See, and even if it's a thing where Giannis might not be here this summer, figure out if any of these dudes on this roster are worth keeping. Like I think the last 22 games for the Bucks should be purely evaluation. What do we have? What should we keep? What do we need to move on from? How do we need to overhaul this going forward? I think that's all the last 22 games should be. I have no problem with Giannis playing because he ain't played a lot of games this season. And to his own admission, he feels great right now where he's like, I've been playing at like a deficit most of the year health-wise, and I finally feel like I'm good. Go ahead and hoop. By all means, go and hoop. Because if you win, cool. This game against the Hawks tomorrow is a huge one in this whole play-in chase that they're still on. So like, hey, you win that, you right back in the conversation. If you lose, so be it. At this point, whatever the result is of the game, I don't even care anymore. I don't care because we know this is not a championship team this season anyways. So let's just figure out what we got. And from there, can figure out how we're going to build going forward. That's all I care about these last 22 games. Figure it out. Let's see some of these young guns. Keep starting Jane. Let me see what it looks like when Jane's on the floor with Cam Thomas, with Giannis. Let me see certain combinations. Like just figure those things out. That's it. And last thing I'm gonna say, and I never thought I would be the one to say this, but Kyle Kuzma getting a coach's decision DNP. Why? Why? And again, I'm talking about Kyle Kuzma. But Kyle Kuzma, but he is somebody who I think this season has bought in more than anyone. This season, he has done exactly what was asked of him. He cut out a lot of the crazy shots in his shot diet. He has been driving to the rim or catching threes and doing catch and shoot threes, sometimes a pull-up three, which you don't encourage that as much, but it's better than all the mid-range shots. And he is someone who has bought in on whatever his role is going to be. He's come off the bench. He's played 15 minutes. He's played 35 minutes. He's done whatever the team needs. And to see Gary Harris get first quarter tick over him, I was like, what are we doing? What are we doing? I don't even need Kyle Kuzma to play 20 minutes, but like, I feel like minutes are earned and Kuz has earned the opportunity to be on the floor for this team.
Like even in this latest wound, like I could probably count on two hands before I get to the place where Kyle Kuzma is the problem. You know what I mean? Like it's weird to kind of single him out. And maybe it was just I got a lot of guys to play, and just
Gary Harris should be one. Then we already know what Gary Harris is.
Yeah, again, like if there's some people that are in the rotation that I might give Gary Harris minutes to, but it ain't Kuzma because he plays a role that you need. Again, the only thing I can think of is like Doc trying to get fired at this point. Like they let me do anything. I don't know. But I'm glad you had brought us back to Giannis and like just letting him play. It's like it's funny that the people for the last 2-3 weeks have been talking about tanking is a problem. We need to fix tanking. Are the things like the Bucks are stupid as hell for playing Giannis. What are they doing? Why they're not going anywhere? They shouldn't be playing him. It's like if he's healthy, if he wants to play, let him play. And especially like if you're trying to ingratiate yourself to Giannis, like telling him, no, you cannot play because we want. That's a good way to force him out the door. Like it's silly. And load management. It's like y'all bitched about that for so long that they had to make a rule to fix it, which also made things worse. And now you got a star player that wants to play down the stretch, and you're like, no, they need to load manage him. Make it make sense.
I think I'll root for the Bucks just to be better. That's all. Just figure out a way to be better across the board, bro. Whether that's management, whether that's the front office, back office, downtown office, upstairs office. I don't give a shit what office it is. All y'all get better. All y'all get better. That's it. I just want the Bucks organization to participate in self-reflection and improvement. That's it.
I guess I should amend my statement. If they're gonna be bad, then be bad enough to get your coach fired. Like, don't give me we'll be good for a couple of days, then we'll be bad for a couple. Like, no, don't give him no hope.
When you said that you was rooting for Doc to get fired, I was in my mind. I was like, so all things that can lead to him getting fired is what you rooting for.
And it's been some games already this season where I'm like, well, this one didn't do it. I don't know where. Here we are. Like I don't
know that Jimmy Haslam was irrational. Like you would think some of these losses would be the ticket.
And they just paid for a new stadium for the Browns.
Yep. Money ain't never been a thing for Haslam. Shells added, I should go to a Bucks game just in case. Yeah. We don't know. We don't know. That's exactly why I did not victory lap after the trade deadline. Like there is still so much more to happen before we know for sure what the future is going to look like for this team. And Shaolin added, hell, the post office, everybody got to do better.
Everybody do better.
Y'all also talk about the ball boys and the people that fold the towels got to be better. Like
everybody be better at their job. Everybody.
Faster, clean this court faster, my nigga. Serve better chicken. What y'all doing up here?
Everybody got to be better. But speaking of getting better and being better, it seems like Jason Tatum's return is imminent at this point.
Yeah, so like Eric alluded to earlier, Boston is still in like second, third. I didn't look up their exact position, but I know they're like
third right now. Let's see.
And after last night's one, would that put them at 40 and 19 or something like that?
40 and 21, I believe. No, 41 and 20. They are second in the East.
41 and 20. So with the return of Tatum, and we talking about load management, we talking about minute restrictions with Giannis, the whole nine, and leave your star alone, and this, that, and the third. Like, to me, on the other side of that coin, is like, all right, Boston is cooking, truly, and they are one of the contenders in the East at the moment. Without them, we did want to see the experiment of how would Jaylen Brown fare without Jason Tatum. Hell of a year. They got a hell of a system. They got a hell of a coach. They got a hell of a role players. They got a lot of going for them that's helped supplement the loss of Tatum. And I think even at the time we was talking, I was like, hey, of all the teams, that's the one they can afford to lose the niggas. So for him to come back this year, to me, one, like y'all was saying before, again, if your star is ready, they healthy, they want to play, let them play. Sure. He's coming off of a big injury as well. And yes, he's doing the rehab and the work and stuff like that. But with the way the team is cooking, do you come back this year? Like the season is pretty much over. That was 20 games left in essence, 21, anywhere between 22 to 20 games left for most people. So it's like in that last run, month and a half, 2 months worth of games, like you could probably gear back up or just let it be. Like honestly, because like you're coming off a big injury, first time.
I think that if he's clear to play, that he should play. Like they shouldn't be rushing him back. But like I think if he's ready, if he's cleared all the benchmarks, if medical's like he's good to go, like there's no elevated risk of re-injury, like he's good to go. I don't see why they shouldn't. Like, don't throw him back into 30 plus minutes a game. Right. He's the fulcrum of our offense. But I think they traded away Anthony Simons at the trade deadline. If he can step into like 60-80% of that role, just like gives you a guy that you can run offense through when Jaylen Brown's off the court, kind of gives you a secondary score when Jaylen Brown is on the court. Just like if he steps into a role player role as he ramps back up, like I don't see like why he shouldn't do that. He can help this basketball team. Mm-hmm. So
he can help this team that is in the midst of a serious chance to contend for a championship this season at that. And I think if this was like we just had a conversation about the Bucks, I trust Joe Mazzulla and that coaching staff to figure out the best way to re-implement him into the system because they do have an identity. He knows exactly what is going to be asked of him once he steps back on the floor. And everyone else will also understand their role and they know what they're trying to do, how they're trying to play. They're trying to get up them threes, trying to get offensive rebounds, and they're going to play hard on defense. Like if you can do these things, we should be all right. But even with it only being like 20 games left, that's still a quarter of the season. Like 80 games, if you can come back and play 20, you got a quarter of the season in. That's a good little runway before you get into playoff basketball where the intensity ramps up even more. And like Eric said, you don't got to come back and play 35 minutes off top. Like you can ease yourself back into it. And I think it's a great situation for Tatum to be in right now where it's like the pressure ain't really on you to come back and save this team. You just got to come back and figure out, like, just get yourself back together because we know who you are, but you know the system, got the faith in you. So like for Boston, go ahead. Like if he's healthy, assuming he's healthy, that's the very first thing. Like that's not rushing back. Like Eric said, go ahead and hoop.
That's within the year, ain't it?
Huh?
It's within the year of his injury, ain't it? Because he got injured.
Yeah, it was like second round of the playoffs, so that would have been like May.
That was the only my cause for pause. I'm like, granted, yeah, you're recovering, but that's
that new surgery.
Again, like they've updated like how they do the Achilles surgeries, and he was like in surgery within like hours of being off the court. Yeah. So he's because like from my understanding, like they used to wait for like the swelling to go down, and like it would be like far off before they would get the surgery. So like that already gives you a couple weeks head start on the rehab process.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then we just really quick because you mentioned the return to Tatum. We also get the Wizards debut of Trae Young on Thursday of this week. And I think Trae Young set a record now being the first NBA player to be ejected from a game for a team you haven't even played a game for. So there's that. I'm looking forward to seeing Trae Young playing basketball again, especially we just got Darius Garland back for the Clippers last night. He made his Clipper debut for that squad last night. Just getting guys back on the floor. Like the game is always better when everybody's healthy. So like go ahead. Like I'm looking forward to this.
One last point on Tatum is like that gets him to knock the rust off and everything. So he is ready to go at the beginning of next season. So like holding off his rehab, like holding him back just to not play him until October. Like then he's going like a whole like 18 months without playing like competitive basketball. This at least speeds up that process for him a little bit.
Yeah, he's going. Yeah. The Kyrie and Dame and Tyrese method here, where it's going to be a long time in between them hooping, especially Kyrie. Mm-hmm. Once he made the statement of I'm not playing this season, so we'll see.
He got hurt in like March of last year, and he won't play again until October of this year. Like that's a long time. Yeah.
But hopefully, when they do come back, it looks familiar. I'll put it that way. It looks familiar. Let's talk some wrestling here. We had the Elimination Chamber PLE this past weekend. And the first question I'm gonna ask you, I only got 2 questions for y'all on this particular event. 4-match card. We saw AJ Lee beat Becky Lynch, become the new women's IC champ. We saw CM Punk retain his title. We saw Randy Orton win the men's Elimination Chamber match and Rhea Ripley win the women's Elimination Chamber match. What was your favorite moment or match from this card?
I think overall we were all kind of like whelmed with with the event itself. Like it wasn't bad, but it was just like it happened and we're moving on. But my favorite moment of the thing was Trick Williams' entrance.
Oh yeah,
like they really presented him as a star, like adding the little spotlight rotating thing. Like that one little tweet, it's like again makes him look like $1,000,000. Like he had the crowd rocking. Like the theme song is undeniable. Like, so yeah, like his presentation was my favorite part of the entire thing.
That's fair. That's fair. And seeing him come out, it's funny because I don't know if y'all be doing it at home too when he come out, but we be doing the Booker T ad libs ourselves at home when he comes out every time. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I like it.
it's Trey.
And Nolan had mentioned to me, he said, you know why they don't have any Trick Williams whoop that trick merch, right? And I was like, I didn't think about it. Why? And he was like, because 3 6 Mafia has that trademark from Hustle and Flow when they did the song. And I said, all that means is WWE need to call 3 6 up because they have a relationship with them. Matter of fact, get them on the song, have them saying whoop that trick on Trick song, but then have Booker T doing the ad libs with 3 6 Mafia. I want it. I need it. Even if it's only a special occasion version of the song.
Have to be a special entrance.
I need it. And when we get to his WrestleMania moment, I need Booker T on the mic. I need to hear that.
Baby. That nigga be wildin'.
Trick be doing them himself, which makes me laugh. Like, even when he talks about his theme song, he be doing it. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Dog, the way he like powers up to pimp slap his opponent. It's so stupid, but it makes me laugh every time.
That's what wrestling should do.
Yeah.
Like, it should be entertaining, which is why, like, for me, you mentioned we were just whelmed with the event. Mm-hmm. I said it, my highlight definitely wasn't that little vampire boy. What's his name? Danhausen?
Danhausen. He was much better on Raw.
He was much more entertaining on Raw, where I actually laughed when he said, you are cussed. I was like, I'm about to lose. Oh, I'm about to lose.
So, to that point, I was pissed about it, like a lot of people was when he came out the box. Presenting him out the box, terrible idea.
Yeah.
That was terrible. Like, y'all could have did so much better than that shit. But I was telling him, like, and it kind of goes back to a conversation we were having a couple months ago when I was like, the characters in wrestling, and you need the side characters or the funny or the over the top cats still to present wrestling, because honestly a lot of wrestling is still theatrics. And I was telling, I was like, the closer we get to people wanting to be more real is the minute that we actually gonna lose wrestling. We need the realm of disbelief still to be there for wrestling too, because we know it's scripted. Yes, we get that. We understand that. But the closer y'all get to making it so real that it's really more like UFC and like just more fighting matches, the less it feels like wrestling. The more it's gonna be like it's just niggas walking around. I'm the biggest baddest. I'm the biggest baddest. I'm the mid baddest. But like, no, you need the Danhausens, and you like I was talking about. Think of the like Otis has the funny joints, or Chad Gable with Shorty G's, or you got the Boogeymans, you got the Goldust, you got like some of the more over the top character types where they were also comedy. You need those. Right now, the best comedy acting in WWE outside of I guess Housing may try to get there is R-Truth.
How dare you not put respect on my girl Chelsea Green?
Yeah.
Look, R-Truth been doing it for a while now. I think R-Truth has always been for quite some time the funniest act.
That's because that nigga been wrestling for 30 years.
True, but he also keeps the shit funny.
Well, okay, like we're not saying that Truth isn't funny. It's just like Chelsea gets on TV much more often than Truth does.
Yeah,
and it's consistently like,
hey, if y'all fuck with it, okay.
Man,
I feel you.
I told you I became a fan as soon as that girl said, was it 3 strikes, you're out. That's basketball. I said, you got me.
Yeah, I mean,
But I fuck with it. But no, you do need these types of characters still in wrestling. Honestly. Otherwise, it's just gonna be becoming a bunch of dudes in draws, like for real.
I mean, and to that point too, like that's why Rochelle said I'm the mid baddest. Put this on the t-shirt. You do need those characters. You need that levity. That's why I was like a big fan of like Damian Sandow when he was wrestling too. Like I am always drawn to the comedic wrestlers. Like I like Kit Wilson right now. I was a Pretty Deadly fan, one of the few out here who was here for Pretty Deadly because they made me laugh. Like entertain me, make me laugh. You gonna have a fan. And Danhausen, even though when he came out of that box in Chicago and he got booed, and I was like, yeah, that's right. And, you know, it seems like he's gonna, if they can utilize him right, which Shaolin in the comments said that he doubts that WWE will use him in the right way. That's gonna be the thing. Like, can you use him in the right way? So, and then Shell also mentioned Santino, who was another one
the other night with the wife. I'm like, you got to keep them type of cats. You always have to keep somebody like that around. And as much as Vince did it, you have to.
This is what you guys are saying. Like WWE is a variety show. Like it can't be all serious. It can't be all jokey. It can't be all this. It can't be all that. Like it can't be all wrestling. It can't be all talking. Like you need variety, the spice of variety throughout the show. Because like every segment has to feel different and unique and fresh, and you can't do that if everybody's just homogenized to. There are many The Rocks or John Cena's, or we're trying to make the next
Brock Lesnar. Like everybody just serious as shit. Like damn, a nigga, y'all be in the back like this too.
You do. And then Shaolin added, fans will absolutely love him in segments, but matches are going to be lackluster. That does not surprise me.
I mean, we don't need him in matches. Like, if he's just like an agent of chaos in the backstage, like he was last night, like that's really all you need. Like every once in a while, like let him get beat up and then go from there. Like he doesn't have to be somebody that's going to be future Intercontinental champion or anything like that. He's just a dude that's on there to serve a purpose. He role player.
When he came up with the list initially, saying he needed a blimp, he said he needed a finger point picture with Triple H. A Hall of Fame induction immediately. I said, "Oh, you might be all right."
This year, my nigga, you know, it's in like 2 months.
The part that made me laugh the hardest was when Adam Pearce was like, "Why is this wet?" He's like, "Oh, it fell in the toilet," and dude just dropped it. He earned that drink.
He always need a drink. That man be stressed out. For your catchphrase to be, "I need a drink," that's crazy. I got something to say about catchphrases that we're gonna get to, but real quick before we do, what did you rank the Elimination Chamber PLE on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being legendary, 1 being the worst?
6.
Yeah, I think I'm about a 6 too.
I'm gonna bring my curve down. Like 5 is the midpoint. Like 6 was always kind of like this just happened. Like 5, I'm gonna make it true. 5 is right in the middle. It didn't offend me. It didn't wow me. It happened. It's a 5.
There it is. That's how we see it. And catchphrases, like I mentioned. I just wanted to say this really quick. Y'all know how I feel about Cody Rhodes' catchphrase of the soul. What do you want to talk about? I think it's one of the worst catchphrases in the business.
I know you're going somewhere. I'm going to raise you. I hate CM Punk's. Isn't it great to be alive in Milwaukee on a Monday night or what? It just seems all inauthentic. It's a cheap
Fake,
pop. I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I'm with you. I also don't care for that one. But part of the reason why I hate Cody's catchphrase so much is because you can't use it often. And he says at the start, like every promo, like, that doesn't make sense. Why are you asking us? You the one with the mic. You tell us what we're about to talk about. You have the mic. I hate it. I don't like that catchphrase. But Trick Willie coming out with let's talk about it. You can use that in so many more ways. It is such a superior catchphrase just because you arrange the phrasing of this. They're saying the same thing in different ways. And the way that Trick says it, it just flows more. You can use it a lot more. Even with Jacob Fatu, let's keep it 100. You can use that in so many other different situations than just starting off your promo when you first come out there. I can't stand Cody Rhodes promo. That catchphrase, it's one of the worst. And I'm glad you mentioned CM Punk's because that one's up there too. I don't like it. And when he did it last night, talking to Roman, and they're like, well, I got something to say. But first, isn't it a great night? I'm like, no. I don't want to hear this right now. So I just had to get that off my chest. It's been bothering me for a while, and I'm happy that Trick Williams is here with a superior catchphrase.
What about LA Knight? Let me talk to you.
Also works. You can say that.
It's a declarative statement. It's not a question.
Right.
I think that's what you're getting at.
Yes.
Actually, you know what? Like CM Punk's is also a question. Like, don't ask me no questions if you're doing a promo because I can't respond to you.
Unless you're taking randoms from the crowd. Like, what do you want to talk about? And then Cody put the mic to the crowd and shit and start asking it. It's different.
You know what? That would make sense because now then his wife gonna be like, "Who told you it was open night, Mike, bitch?"
His promo package did like shit. He need to spice this bitch up.
Charlene added, hearing Michael Cole say lemon pepper steppers is hilarious. That's a fact.
Because he pronounces the hard R. Lemon pepper steppers. Like, no, it's not it.
You got to change the ER to an A.
Like, nigga.
Can a nigga borrow a pencil?
Can the nigga borrow a fry? Is you going to borrow it back?
It's a nigga going to give it back.
Is you going to borrow it back is my shit, dog. That's always funny. Yeah.
Oh man,
I mean, like Michael Cole also can't even like give high fives on beat. So like expecting him to pep the step
up. Goes out when he's with Jay. He's like 1, 2, 3. All right.
He slaps hands on the 2s and 5s.
Nah.
Oh no, that's not even on rhythm.
He clapping to the words, but not the same ones. Not the same pace. Maybe the letters in time or two.
Boy. All right.
I'm glad you brought back the Trick though. I did have one more thing where it's like, I think I texted to you guys, but like without copying him, like he invokes like a really young rock energy, like on the mic when he's giving a promo. Like he can say nonsense, but like it just sounds good. It's funny. It gets you high. Like when he said Sami Zayn's breath smelled like 10 pounds of bounce that ass. I'm like, that don't even mean nothing, but it's hilarious.
And that's the genius of it. Like Trick Williams, shout out. I was watching, it came on my YouTube. Like Lash Legend has like a cooking show on YouTube. And it was an episode with her and Trick, and they were making like seafood nachos. And first of all, I felt like I was a third wheel watching something I shouldn't be watching, but also very intrigued. Like they have crazy chemistry together. It was very fun watching it. The flirting was hilarious. And she kept calling him by his real name, which is what is his first name? It's like
Matrick.
Matrick or something like that.
It's M.A. Trick. I don't know how you pronounce the M.A. part.
I think it's I think it's like Matrick or something like that. So very, very, very funny. I'm getting a lot of Lash and Trick YouTube content in my algorithm now, and I'm not mad about that at all. We're going to wrap this week's show talking about some NFL. Last week, we had a little conversation about like how much stake do we put into the raw combine numbers that we see from players from their 40 times to the shuttle cone.
Stake, bro. Yeah.
To all the different things here. And the conversation, we wanted to kind of continue it and kind of highlight some of those workout warriors and where their careers have gone. So Tim, who were some of the guys you wanted to highlight that were combine workout warriors during their time?
So I know last week we were talking about the record holders for these combine warriors, and so a couple names is going to sound familiar from last week. In particular, the 40-time holder, for example, Xavier Worthy, number 28 pick by the Chiefs. Rookie year, he did like 500 plus yards, 9 touchdowns total, and he had 2 in the Super Bowl that they lost. Yeah, not a bad rookie year. Last year, he had 17 games rookie year, 14 games last year. He had like 100 less yards and like 1 touchdown. Big drop off. I know a lot of it was because Hollywood Brown was gone. A lot of it was because their running game, they were still trying to figure out some. So he got a lot more attention because of the fact that they got a bunch of fucking track stars over there, but people were hurt off and on. Rasheed Rice was gone. So like a lot of attention that Rice took and Hollywood Brown took, he got. So I can understand a bit of the drop off there, but him and Mahomes, he's got Mahomes as a quarterback. So I anticipate him having a better year next year, but we shall see. So at the moment, he's still kind of up in the air, but he was drafted in 24, so that was still newer. But at the moment, he's a serviceable wide receiver on the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah.
Shaquem, I don't know if y'all remember Shaquem Griffin. He was the linebacker that had one arm.
Yes.
So he got picked in the 5th round, played 3 seasons with Seattle, recorded 1 sack, 25 tackles. He was done by 2021, drafted in 2018. So lasted about 3.5, almost 4 seasons. He really didn't do too much, but he was one that ran a 4.38 at linebacker with one arm and just wilding. Then you have John Ross, who used to have a 40-yard dash time right before Xavier Worthy. He drafted number 9 by the Bengals. He had a 2018 where he had 7 touchdowns and 509 yards. After that, he was out of the league by 21. Drafted in 17. So 4 years, he was out. One of the better ones, Byron Jones. That's the one I was like, he had the long jump, 13 feet and shit, and then he turned around and had like a crazy 40, and the vertical, he came in second. He had he got drafted by Dallas. He had a Pro Bowl and an All-Pro second team in 2018 with the Cowboys. Then he went to Dallas and they released him in 2023. I mean, to the Dolphins, not Dallas. He went to Miami Dolphins and they released him in 23. So of the ones that were drafted so far, he's the one that has a Pro Bowl now. He's the one that has an all-pro second team, and he's the record holder for the long jump, the broad jump, second for the vertical, and like I think he ran like a 4.5 or something like that at corner. So Byron Jones, he was different. Then I don't know if you remember the name Dontari Poe.
No,
Dontari Poe used to be the defensive tackle for the Chiefs. He's 3 for 3.
Yeah. You said Chiefs, yes.
Yeah, he was real good with the Chiefs. The interior defensive lineman, always catching the touchdowns for him. I think he's the only lineman that has he's 3 for 3 for touchdowns, as like going to the other side or some shit like that. But at 346, he ran a 4.9840 at 346 fucking pounds, and then turned around and did 44 on the bench press. 44 reps to 25. So again, another combine warrior. Are
we just naming them off?
No. Yeah, 2 Pro Bowls, because again, it was the ones that really didn't, and then these last two, like they actually got Pro Bowl nods and things like that. So it's not necessarily saying that they don't get them. It's just more so like it could pan out. Like you could be the workout warrior, and if you get a Pro Bowl nod and an All Pro selection or something like that, to me that's a hit on a draft pick. But
here's what I'm trying to understand. So like to me, it's like a workout warrior is like somebody that puts up numbers at the combine also, but like they didn't have that stock before. So like were like Byron Jones and Dontari Poe, were they not first round picks before that, or was is based off the strength of they did good workouts, so therefore they got picked higher? Because I know it seems like the inverse is true a lot more often, where it's like it's somebody that was like a 3rd, 4th round pick, but then they
don't test well
or 2, and then their first, their first round pick, and it's like, oh well, why didn't he pan out? It's like because like his game tape said he was a 3-4, a pick.
True, and that was more John Ross. Ross was fast with Washington, and Ross was good with Washington, but he was just track speed. So once he got to the NFL, it was like he was the number 9 pick, but that's because it bumped him up because of his 40-yard dash time. Mm-hmm. With Jones was projected to be like the 5th cornerback off the board in his draft. He ended up moving to I think it was the 4th. Like he was projected to be like the 5th or 6th cornerback off. He jumped to the 4th. Stephen P.A., I think he was projected to be like a 5th round pick or something like that and got moved up. So these workouts have benefited their draft stock. I just wanted to see how much it benefited them in the actual league with like, okay, you excelled at the combine, you blew the numbers out the water. Does that really convert, or how much of that actually goes over to the league? And for a while we was like, yeah, just because your workout word don't mean shit. But to some extent, it has converted over to some of these guys have been successful, at least to the point where they've gotten Pro Bowl nods. And some guys may just be a rotational guy. Some of them are out the league within 3 years.
Which I think more than anything just says again, like none of this is an exact science. Like there is nothing that you can point to. Like if you hit these numbers, we know this is going to happen with your career. Like there's no science to it. Like you kind of had things that you might look for. like the Packers have certain things that they look for number wise as like a minimum to kind of help them weed out people. So it's like, okay, well, we're not really interested if you can't do at least this or this. So this is now our new target focus. And now from here, we drill down and we figure out which one of these guys makes the most sense for our team. So yeah, I think that's what that screams to me more than anything here too. And Shell's at it. Me and my dad were locked in on Taylon Green, quarterback from Arkansas. His numbers were unreal.
Let me see. I know there was a quarterback going crazy at the combine. I don't know if it was Green or not, but I think it was a quarterback that ran a 4.3 at the combine.
You could have. I did not keep track of the the best times from the combine, but I was going to ask y'all about Kyler Murray and possible landing spots because he ain't going to be with the Cardinals no more. But I actually think I'm going to wait because there's some actually really interesting just free agent names hitting the market, especially like hearing like Seattle was like, well, our Super Bowl MVP ain't going to be here no more. Like, bye, Kenneth. We ain't going to see you too much longer. So I think I'm going to save it to next week, actually, and kind of just take more of a closer look at just the free agent class, where guys might end up, and so on and so forth.
As a teaser for next week, I feel like the Packers are going to get a name backup quarterback for some reason. Like, I just feel like they're going to see what they did for
Malik.
Thank you. I was like blinking on his name. Yes. Wait, what's that? Malik
Willis.
Yep.
Thank you. Jesus Christ. Like I'm seeing his face and I'm like, he got the thing. Like, yeah. Anyway, yeah, Malik Willis. Like they saw what he did for him. It's like, okay, I can go there and rehab my career. So I don't know if it's Tua, Kyler, Gino, whoever. It's somebody that's gonna come in and be like, I'm gonna take a little bit less, rehab my value, and then hit the market.
I'm with you on that because with what he did, I was already hearing different rumblings of the type of players that would, like the Trey Lance types or something like that. Like they would be those to, okay, we had the pedigree, we had the draft pedigree and everything like that. The tools was there. It's just gonna take us some time because, like you said, this free agency class, even though it's Kyler Murray and you got Malik Willis, Mac Jones had a hell of a year as the backup too for San Francisco. He kind of revived his thing too. So now you got 4 starters, so to speak. I mean, Jimmy Garoppolo was out there too. But the fact that if you still have the Trey Lance types, or you do still have, let's say the Kyler Murrays, because I mean, this is probably going to be somebody take a flyer on him. But if not, put them as the backup here, like to your point, and it was like, okay, I can see Kyler being here. I can see some hybrid type quarterback being here where they were like, hey, you was second round, first round pick. You ain't really panned out. You see what we did with Malik? We got you. But
to that point,
the same way.
I think a name to kind of keep an eye on, just keep an eye on it. Not saying it's going to happen, anything like that, but someone who I think fits into that box is Anthony Richardson from the Colts, where it's like, if y'all are, because word on the street is they willing to trade him.
They told him he can find somebody. They told him he can go find somebody. If you want to go.
That feels like that perfect type of development quarterback who has like everything you listed pretty much, high draft status, just a big arm, but just needs that development time a little bit more. So he's someone who I'm like, could be kind of interested if he's a backup quarterback option for this team, but I don't know if I wouldn't have the same faith in him as I did Malik coming into the game. But then again, I didn't have faith in Malik to begin with either. So, we'll see how it shakes out. But yeah, next week, because free agency for the NFL actually officially begins on March 11th. So our episode next week will actually come out right before all the chaos starts, which is like a perfect time to kind of drill down on some of the guys who are going to be available. So that'll do it. Oh, go ahead.
Just to put a pin in Shell's comment about Taylon Green, Green is the guy that I thought is the quarterback that ran the 4.3. He broke several records on Saturday. At 6'5", 227, he ran a 4.3 640 with a 43.5 vert and a broad jump of 11.2, which all three are records for quarterbacks since 2003. That's
a crazy athlete.
That's nuts.
A crazy athlete.
That's crazy as shit, boy. At quarterback, you do it like a 4.36 at quarterback is nuts.
Yeah, but can he throw?
Hey, put him in the Green Bay. There's another name for Green Bay. Go ahead, throw him back there. A lot of people have been having him around like the third, between the third to fifth best quarterback, and like he's been fluctuating around the draft. But no, he anywhere between. Some people got him.
I don't know it. What do you put on tape? Show me the tape. I don't care about numbers. I don't care about work in shorts. I don't care about
No, that's
straight line speed. Like you're rarely running in a straight line. Show me tape. I need tape.
fair enough.
He ain't wrong. He ain't
I
wrong.
sent it to y'all in the group chat.
So much.
Danhausen got his Triple H picture.
Had to. He got his point picture.
Oh, as I said that earlier when we talked about it.
Oh,
He's got to get it. That's going to be our episode art 2 for this week's episode. So we hope y'all enjoyed the show this week. We will be back next week with more Tech File. As you mentioned, some things on the docket that we will be discussing next week, like NFL free agency. I'm trying to frame the NBA question I'm going to ask next week, but it's around the teams who are at the bottom of the bottom, and which of those teams might be most likely to find themselves in a top 10 situation next season. So things to talk about. We're going to get to it next week, but that's it for this week. Hope y'all all are taking care of yourselves. Continue washing your hands, washing your ass, being kind to other people, taking care of your mental health, all the things. And also, more than anything, be kind to yourselves, people. Please be kind to yourself. If you want to follow me on the social medias, you can catch me.
Wait a minute.
On Twitter, Instagram, Blue Sky at Camille Monet, CamilleMonae. I will also be, I'm not sure if this is Mason's show tomorrow. I think it is on the Mason Crosby show tomorrow for an extended chunk from 12:20 to about 1 p.m. So follow me on the social. I'll have that link posted because no one listens to radio straight up on a dial too often anymore. Locked On Bucks still coming at y'all Monday through Friday. Oh, and on Pack a Day, I'm on the Monday show. We are doing a bracket of the best Goody acquisitions during his time in Green Bay. We have the 16 guys. I will be posting it to my socials. Please take a look and express your opinions on the list. Because I think I know how it's going to end with Micah Parsons going up against Jordan Love. But how we get there, the journey, is the part I'm most interested in. So keep y'all.
So wait, are you just ranking like the players or like what they gave up to get them?
Just the players during their time in Green Bay.
So you
Just
I was saying Malik Willis might got to be up there too, like a 7th round pick for what he gave him.
He was somebody. Yeah, I was like, Malik is an interesting one. I was very surprised but proud of Packers fans because we had fans determine who the 16 were going to be.
Gotcha. Daniel
Whelan found himself on that list, and I said, y'all know ball because he should definitely be on this bracket. Just real quick, here are the matchups. We did 16. We have Micah Parsons against Evan Williams. And then in that same bracket, we have Christian Watson against Elgin Jenkins. The next 4-man grouping, we have Tucker Kraft against Daniel Whelan. And then we have Josh Jacobs versus Zadarius Smith.
I think that might be a sweep, but that's just because people mad at him.
Right, but if you look at what he did when he played, like Zadarius was tough. Other 4-man grouping, we have on the other side of the bracket, Jordan Love versus Jayden Reed. Then we have Jair Alexander versus Preston Smith. And then the last 4-man grouping, Xavier McKinney versus Romeo Dobbs, and then Zach Tom versus Edrin Cooper. So check the socials. I want the opinions on that. So that's all I have to promote at the moment.
Did you do your socials?
Yes.
Okay. I don't have anything to promote. Don't follow me.
Yeah, follow the pod. Ken ain't here, but everyday_gentleman on Instagram, K Harris 216 everywhere else.
And it's
what do we want to have them do in his comments? Drop a cheese in his comments on any social media. Just drop a cheese so you don't know.
Just put a little cheese in it.
Cheese or green and gold dots.
Cheese is good. Let's make it simple.
And it's your boy TIMKINZ, the number 3, aka Ass Ketchum, aka Mr. Give It To Me. We out this mug, bro. If you ain't got nothing else to do, go to bed. Go to bed.
I know that's
Yes,
right.
if you ain't supposed to be up, go to bed.
Peace out, y'all.